Okay, for this chapter, okay, fractions, okay, these are the few things that we need to know, and I'll quickly go through because actually fractions have been touched on at primary 3, and these are the main things. Okay, first thing is you have to know what's a mixed number, what's an improper fraction, what is converting fractions, how to convert fractions, as well as how to solve problems of a fraction of a set. Okay, a mixed number. So what is a mixed number? Okay, so a mixed number is when you have a whole number, let's say 5, and a fraction, okay, let's say 12. So this part, okay, let me change the color. This part, okay, is the whole number, right? And this part, okay, is the fraction. Okay, whenever you have a whole number and a fraction together, like the number, like this number, 5 out of 12, this is a mixed number. Another example of a mixed number is maybe 2 and 1/4. Okay, so where you have a whole and you have a part. Okay, so what is it referring to? So let's say 2 and 1/4 of an apple is like having 2 apples, 1 whole, 2 wholes, and an apple that is cut into a quarter. Okay, so you only have this part here. Okay, so only 1/4 of the apple is yours. Okay, the rest is not yours. Okay, the other 3/4 is not yours. Okay, it's not yours. Alright, so that is for a mixed number. Okay, where you have a whole as well as a part. Now for improper fractions. Okay, first you have to know what is improper. Improper means not right. Okay, proper means right. If you see improper, it just means not right. Okay, so by right fractions, okay, like let's say for example a fraction like half, okay, is supposed to be, it's supposed to describe half, part of a whole, right? So like let's say an apple, okay, if I'm referring to half, I'm talking about part of it. Okay, so this is a proper fraction. Or let's say in an earlier example we have an apple and we talk about a proper fraction, it's like a quarter of an apple, so that is like a proper fraction. So what is an improper fraction? An improper fraction is like, for example, 4 out of 2. Okay, this is an improper fraction. Why? Because to form, one whole, I only need 2 parts. Okay, I only need 2 parts. So it's like half on the apple plus another half. Okay, I already have 1 whole. But why do I have another 2 parts? Okay, that is so weird. Okay, so like let's say I got 2 halves, 1 half here, another half here. What am I going to do with the other 2 halves? Okay, it's very weird, right? Okay, so this is an improper fraction where the numerator, okay, is actually bigger than the denominator. Alright, okay, moving on. Converting fractions. Okay, what you need to know about converting fractions is how to convert from a mixed number, okay, to an improper fraction, or an improper fraction to a mixed number. Okay, let me create some space. Okay, let's say I have a mixed number, okay, and I'm asked to change it to an improper fraction. Okay, how do I do it? Okay, for mixed or improper. First, I must understand what is the fraction telling me. Okay, I see 3.5 here. It means that, okay, I actually have 3 wholes. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, let's say I represent it, I have 3 apples. 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. And I have another half of an apple. Okay, like that. Okay, so how do I change it to an improper fraction? Very simple. I can see that the fraction here is actually made up of, to get a full whole, okay, I actually to break it down to 2 parts. Okay, so means 2 parts give me 1 whole. So since I have 1 whole here, okay, how many parts do I need to convert it to a fraction? I actually need 2 parts. So I cut it into half. Okay, cut it into 2. Okay, so how many parts do I have here? I got 1, okay, and 2. Okay, then I cut this to a half, cut this to half. Okay, I end up with 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, I actually have 7 parts that when I match 2 together, give me 1 whole. Okay, so it actually gives me 7 out of 2. Okay, if you are confused, okay, please, re-listen to this portion. Okay, about my explanation. All right, okay, I'm not gonna give another example. Okay, but I actually gonna teach you a quick shortcut. All right, as to how to do this question. Okay, so firstly, right, I have 3 out of 2. Okay, a quick shortcut is to actually multiply these 3 by 2. Okay, when I multiply the number of wholes, okay, what I'm doing is that I'm taking like these 3 wholes, right? Actually, I'm finding out the number of parts I can get with these 3. When I multiply by 2, I'm actually finding the number of parts I can get with these 3 wholes here. Okay, 3 multiplied by 2 actually gives me 6. And 6, okay, because I have a 1 here, I cannot just throw it away, right? Okay, I have a 1 here, I cannot just throw it away. So I plus 1. Okay, so I know I have this number of parts, and this is my denominator. My denominator always stays, okay, because I know that, I need 2 wholes I need 2 parts to give me 1 whole. Okay, so 6 plus 1 gives me 7 out of 2, which is actually the same answer here. Okay, one more example, okay, before we end off, is maybe let's say we have 4 1 out of 3. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, we actually have 4 apples, 2 3 4, okay, and 1/3 of the apple. So I have an apple cut into 1/3 this way, this way. Okay, this is the one I care about. These 2, okay, is thrown away. Let me highlight this. Okay, this one is thrown away. Okay, so I only have 1/3. Okay, so I know that 3 parts give me 1 whole, and this one actually 3 parts give me 1 whole. Now this 1 whole is split into 3 parts. Okay, here. So you can see that 1, 2, 3 parts give me 1 whole. Alright, and how do I solve this problem? Okay, using the shortcut 4 multiplied by 3. Why 4 multiplied by 3? Because I want to find the number of parts I can get with these 4 apples, right? So actually 4 multiplied by 3, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's the same. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Then I add the additional 1 that I had, okay, all along, okay, divided by 3. So when I add this, okay, 12 plus 1 is actually 13 out of 3. Okay, so the mixed number when converting to an improper fraction gives me this. Okay, and the very last part of this converting to fractions, okay, we must also know how to convert improper fractions to a mixed number, right? So we could do a mixed number to an improper fraction. Now we have to do the reverse. Okay, how to change the improper fraction to a mixed number. Okay, the idea is very simple. Alright, this is the number of parts we have, and this is the number of parts that give me 1 whole. Correct? Okay, and since I have 7 parts, all I have to do is divide by 2. Okay, so 7 divided by 2, okay, if you do the long division, you only realize that you can have 3 wholes. Okay, 3 times 2 gives you 6, and you will have a remainder of 1. Okay, so what do? Since I have 3 wholes here, I write 3 wholes, and since I have 1 part remaining, I put that 1 part here, and out of 2. Okay, this is the remaining part I have. Okay, so if you look, it actually gives you the same answer. Alright, so I got 7 parts, which is actually, if you take a look at the picture here, 7 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when I when I have 7 parts and I convert it to the whole, okay, I mix and match each part. So this 1 part plus this 1 part give me 1 whole, right? This 1 part plus this 1 part give me 1 whole, and so on. Okay, so I end up with 3 wholes, and this I can't join with anything else. So this is my remainder, and I put it in my fraction, which is 1 out of 2 here. Okay, and finally, in the last example, 13 out of 3, okay, what do? I simply take 13 divided by 3, okay, and the closest number I can get is actually 12, right? So it's actually 4 multiplied by 3 gives me 12, and I have a remainder of 1, okay? So I have 4 wholes, okay, 4 wholes and 1 remainder, which is 1 remaining part, okay, out of 3.